Hey everyone, this is Alvaro Cortez Jr., aka Lance Danger again. This is day 2 of Inktober, which I have dubbed the Indietober, where I'm going to take 31 independent comic book characters and I'm going to do ink sketches of them. And it's been a lot of fun so far. This is day 2. I am doing a Puerto Rican comic book character to mix things up a little bit. This character's name is Omega. The comic book came out a few months ago. It is written by the ridiculously talented JL Aviles. He's only 18 and he is such a good writer already. I really enjoyed that first issue of this comic. Maybe sometime I'll do a video just precisely or just specifically about that comic in general. But for now, this is just the sketch for Inktober. This is the first time drawing this character, and it was a lot of fun. Like, this is like one of the most visually interesting designed characters that I've seen in a long while now, actually. So that added to the fun of doing this sketch. Um, I met JL Aviles through Facebook and Instagram. He gave me a follow, and we've been in touch ever since. I really enjoy his artwork. He didn't do the artwork for the first issue of Omega, and I believe a different artist is also going to do the second issue. Hopefully, I'll get to see him do like the comic himself as well. Like his artwork really is getting better by the day. He's already doing such wonderful inks on his illustrations, and I really hope you all get to follow his art. On Facebook, you can follow his art page. It is JL Arts, where you can stay up to speed with his comic book, you can stay up to speed with his artwork and his writing. So if you're on Facebook, give that a look over. He's also on Instagram. Let's see. I'm just trying to remember what the handle would be on Instagram. It'll be JIANART 2020. That's J as in Jack, I as in inclusion, A as in Albert, N as in Nancy, A as in Albert, R as in robot, T as in tornado, and the numbers 2020. So you can find him on Instagram as well. And in the beginning of the video, I was actually listening to a friend doing a Facebook Live while I was illustrating. Usually, I like to listen to music while I'm drawing, but sometimes when I sit down and I'm about to do something and a friend or an artist that I like or a writer that I like or just any person in general that I like listening to, if they start doing a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, or if their podcast, if they have one, goes up live at that moment, I'll listen to that instead. So I was listening to a fellow colleague of mine that she also does artwork. She does paintings that are so wonderful as well. She has not made an actual Facebook page for her artwork that I recall. Maybe someday I'll do a video about her artwork as well, and if she makes a website or a dedicated shop for her art, I'll go ahead and talk about that as well. Like, I really am so lucky to be surrounded by so many creative people that help inspire me and that help push me forward and makes me want to push my artwork further as well. You know, it's part of that healthy competition. Like, I don't see it as competition per se, you know, and if I do, it's usually a healthy competition in the sense of like, wow, I like what this person is doing. I better step up my game too. It's more of like a steel sharpened steel kind of thing. If you get my drift, like it's all about wanting to push yourself and wanting to become better with everything that you do. And this Inktober challenge is a real challenge for me because, as I mentioned before, I am working out a lot of rust since I have spent most of this year not being able to draw after I had a lot of momentum to start the year and even ending the year last year. I had a lot of great momentum and, just physical health and stuff that's out of my control just happened, and things sometimes you don't have control over them, and you just have to keep pushing forward as best as you can, or as Berserk fans say, strugglers have to keep struggling, to push forward. This was a real fun character to pencil, and the color scheme is kind of like how I eventually gave the little bit of color. Like, it's pretty much a completely white suit with a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of black and like dark gray at the top of the head with red as well. So it's just such an intriguing design, and like the character design and the color composition of the design as well is just really eye-catching to me. It really kind of grabs you, and I really like that omega symbol, how it's used, how it's incorporated into this design as well. Like, this is a really well thought out design in my opinion. And he was, I know I'm probably repeating myself, but it's just true. He was so fun to sketch, really, and I hope that fun shows in the final product, as you see my wild hair going all over the place while I'm doing this ink sketch. Like, I've been able to prop up a relatively good system here at my new place to be able to record myself illustrating and to do live streams better as well. I hope that if you're old or new on this channel, that you've been enjoying this content I've been putting up slowly as I recover from COVID and other small nagging injuries that came after it as well. And it's a process, it's really a process. And there I almost knocked over the camera, which is funny. It gives it kind of like that shaky cam horror-esque kind of thing, which is fitting for the seasons right now. It is spoopy season at last, my favorite season of the year. Like, part of me would have liked to have done um, the Halloween version of Inktober. I forget right now what it is, the name of it. There's like another like 31 spooky challenge kind of thing also going on as well. But I don't want to push myself too much since I'm just now getting into drawing again after a long layoff where I didn't do like any big illustrations. Anyway, that is going to be it for day 2. Hopefully, you guys will be around for day 3, which will be tomorrow. And let me just try and remember who is that I'm going to be doing for day 3. Because again, they are all independent characters from independent comics, which is why I really wanted to challenge myself doing that. Well, day 3 is going to be Usagi Jojimbo.